I have a question for you. Have you ever played tic-tac-toe in 3 dimensions with 3 levels? Not just on a board, but with a board and 2 underneath it. When you do that, you find something about a dimension that you've never thought about, that it has not only length and width, but height and space and interactions between all those. And that's what we see when we go into the body at a molecular level. We see those interactions and those connections. And we see those interactions from sociologically, from the groups of people that you live and meet and play and work with, affects your body and your body type, and affects your cells within you, and affects your metabolism, and even affects your genetics. We now know, new breaking research is telling us that people find each other through, as a friend, often not what we think just because there's similar hobbies, but it's actually genetic. And it's a fascinating thought to think about that, but it brings us right to the level of where we're at in functional medicine, because functional medicine is looking at the body in a whole different way. We don't just look at you now, we look at you now and the entire narrative of your body as it has been expressed throughout your age. In other words, if you're 30 years old, your body has expressed your narrative walk through life, what you've done, what you've experienced, and we can actually see that in your cells. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, if you're fatigued and you've been exposed to multiple toxins from birth and even in utero, that's going to turn certain genes down and dim them, and it's going to make you less able to have the energy that you need. So right there is one of the first principles of functional medicine, is that we look at you biochemically and individually. And when we look at you as an individual, we have to start all the way back 150 years ago sometimes, to your grandparents, and what has happened to them and have they experienced. And we look at you and we talk to you about your story, and you share with us the long story of your health, and that long story involves, it takes about an hour and a half to tell a good story. And that's what we expect from our clients. We give them the form that shows them what are the things we're looking at, and then we just let you talk, because clients are not heard and they love to talk about themselves, what has happened, what their goals in life, what is their aim, when they first got sick, what happened, and so on and so forth. And in the background, we are looking for triggers. I'm looking for the 8 genetic triggers, which you see on the video here. I'm looking for each of those to see which one's up, which one's down. And then I reach back and I start doing the biochemistry patterns and the molecular patterns and the genetic patterns that match the pattern where you are now. That is biochemical individuality practiced with you. Incredible to have that done with you. Second principle is that it's patient-centered and it's patient-driven. I prefer to use the word client-driven because my clients drive the process. If they are not ready to go gluten-free or detox or the next step that I'm prepared to do, that's their choice. I lay out the parameters after we have spoken, and they say, I am ready to do this, and then we take the next step. It's a partnership, and the only way that I can help a person and a client transform is if they are totally motivated and ready to go. And then I dare them. I dare them to take the next step. We look at all those interconnections, and it is like a web, because your social groups do matter. Your metabolism does matter. Your illness does matter. And those 3 join together at a tipping point. And I've seen this so often. I have 2 children that I'm working with from 2 different families. Both are celiac, newly diagnosed celiac. and both are already into another autoimmune disease of diabetes, type 1, and both are already into another autoimmune disease, their third autoimmune disease of thyroid problems. The one family was able, within a month, to make changes. Now that's pretty fast. Usually I give my clients longer than that, but they were ready and they were ready to go, and that child came back and she is healthier, she's smiling, she's ready for school, she can think again. So many changes have happened to her. She has lost the rashes, and she has energy, and she has sparkle in her eyes. That is the value of functional medicine applied, showing my clients the biology and the things that have happened to their body that they can change and bring back if they do certain things. This family did that. The other family was not able to do that. They had too many other things happening and too many crises in the family. And when the child came back, her hemoglobin A1C, which is a measure of diabetes, was still high. Also, she was very tired, and she was extraordinarily hungry because her gut's not working and she's not absorbing food even though she's eating it. So she did not make any changes. She still had the rashes. She still had the hyperactivity. She wasn't able to sleep. So we had another talk. And my goal is to get people to the next step so that they can experience the health that they need, because clinical imbalances that we see can be changed. And we often see those clinical imbalances before an illness comes out. For these children at the age of 5, we look at the parents and the same thing, the very same thing happens when we talk to the parents about their health. And we say, why is this happening? Why are the children a mirror of their parents in the expression of certain illnesses, certain emotional patterns? Because it's all the way down to the genetic level. And that is one of the things, one of the principles of functional medicine, that health is a positive vitality, and we look for that positive vitality not only in the energy, not only in the mitochondria, are they expressing energy, not only in the genetics, are the genes expressing through biochemical patterns, through molecular patterns, the energy that they can produce, and is the person expressing that energy? Because health is a positive vitality, and we need our clients not to feel weaker, sicker, quicker, but to feel healthier, stronger, longer. And that is what functional medicine does. It takes your long story of your health, looks at the narrative within your body. One of those narratives, by the way, are fingernails. When we see very longitudinal lines in those fingernails, we think, number 1, hydrochloric acid deficiency. 2, we think of you're not absorbing the proteins within your body, and if you're not absorbing proteins, then you cannot maintain your health. And of course, when we ask the person, they are very tired. So we can change that within a few weeks. It's amazing. Functional medicine opens up doors that other types of medicine have not. And we are ready, and our door is open. So when you open that door to our clinic, that is opening not only the door to functional medicine for you, but it's opening a door of hope for you to take the next step.